Okay, so the next step that I'm going to be working on is models. So far we have been putting our properties such as name, city, state, and region directly into our component class, which is this class right here, app component, and we had these guys. That's not really the way that we should model or create our architect our application, I guess. So these should actually be in their own class, which is called model because it's the class that's strictly there to hold some data that's most likely going to be coming from the outside source, somewhere from the server, from some kind of a call to the API. So that data should be held in models. And I'm going to go ahead and create a model for the customer and then put an instance of the model into our component and then bind to that model. So basically create a model, initiate it in our component, and then bind. So what I have here, I went ahead and took everything out of template. Template is what actually generates our HTML. We have export class component and now has these properties. Instead of having these properties here, we're going to go ahead and create a model. And I already have it here, I delete it. So just to do it again, I'll just go ahead and create a new file, model. If we had more than one thing that we're working on, this is going to be for customer. In fact, I should probably just call it customer model. Maybe even use the camel case here, or not the camel case, the other case. So here's my customer model, and we create a class, customer model, and then we go ahead and export this class. This is one thing that has to be done. So in this class I went ahead and put three properties: ID, name, which this should actually be a person name, because when I look at the name, I don't really know what it is, so let's call it person name. Address, or contact, maybe contact name. That's fine, let's just leave it at name. ID, name, and address. Now address is another class that we're inserting into this class, so we can go ahead and create that. So now we have one class for address, one class for customer. This one sort of initializes this one, so this one is a part. So address is actually now part of the customer model. We don't have to import both in our component here. So here we import customer, which is actually going to be our customer model, from customer model. So this is actually the link to the file, and this is the name, which begs question, could the name be different? But I'm not going to get into that right now. So now down here we can remove this in our app component, and we want to go ahead and instantiate our class that we just created. The way we instantiate the class is like this. And then we have to put some properties in here. So here we go, have ID, name, address. Address has a street, city, state, and region, and it's closed. And because we cannot find customer, we actually have a customer model. So our customer model works. This is something from before. Here all I'm going to just have is a hide address false. And then up here now in our template is where we're going to go ahead and bind all these things. I'm going to just go ahead and paste it and go over it a little bit how it's. So now in order to bind, we had to reference the name of the class, which in my case I named it customer model. So I had to rename all of these to customer model. But I'm going to go ahead and reverse so that I don't have to do that. So just to check, I left the actual name of the file customer model, but I renamed the class to customer. And let's see what is going to happen if this is actually going to work. Save. And let's take a look here. Yeah, it looks like it works. Alex Smith. Jalisco. So in order to bind, we do customer dot and then customer address dot street. This might change in the future. So that's basically how we transfer to the models from putting our properties directly into our app component class.